Okay, in this video I want to show you how to generate the terms of a recursive sequence on Google Sheets. So again, we're looking at this logistics growth example, and I've got the initial condition down here, and then I have the recursive relationship. So going to Google Docs, we've already inputted the time, so to see how the time changes. When we start, initially there's 600, and try to kind of copy this as well as possible, that recursive relationship over here. So what I want to do is make the spreadsheet software do all the arithmetic, the computation for me. So the first thing I want to do is we're going to start off with an equal sign. If you start with equals in Excel or Google Sheets, you're telling it you're going to do some calculations. This is really a very advanced, powerful calculator if you start with an equal sign. And what we're going to do, looking at this recursive relationship, the next term is the previous term. So I'm going to click right here, and notice it says B2, and it gives you the value. But I don't want to put 600, I'm going to keep that B2 right there, and then plus 1.5 times, parentheses, 1 minus B2, divided by 1,000, close parentheses, times B2. So notice the difference between these two forms. Instead of the P subscript n minus 1, I'm going to refer to the cell above, because we're going to take the previous year's lizard population and then add it to 1.5 times 1 minus previous year's population divided by the carrying capacity times the previous year's population, because that's how the logistic model works. And notice a couple things before I click on enter. Don't forget the initial equal sign. And then you need to put a times. Anytime you multiply and you put a times, you're going to get an error. So I'm going to click enter now, and it tells me look at the population grew from 600 to 960. I'm going to click on that cell again, and notice like we did before, there's a solid blue square on the bottom right. Hover your mouse cursor over there until you see a black plus sign. Click on it and drag down a couple. Now let's just see what happens. If I click on another cell, it gives the formula for that value, so I'm going to highlight that. And what did we do? This value right here takes the previous cell's value and then plugs it in, changes it in all for those B2 values. So if I click on enter and drag it all the way down, then we're going to see how this lizard population changes over time. So it's powerful about spreadsheet software. It works really nicely with these recursive relationships because you don't have to compute each value term by term or year by year in this example, but rather Google Sheets does that for you.